guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be using an older palette in my collection, or it's one that I purchased after it had been out a while, and it's the Natasha Denona Glam Face Palette. So she recently came out with a similar type of palette, the HyperNaturals palette, and honestly, that one doesn't really appeal to me. I'm going to hold off buying that one just because I've got a bunch of other Natasha Denona shades from her, and I've seen swatches that it looks very similar to the regular Glam eyeshadow palette, and I've got enough of these sparkly topper type of shades. So there's two in this palette. I think it's slightly different than what she's shifted to formulating from the I Need a Nude palette and now the HyperNatural, but to me it gives the same effect, and it's still that super sparkly type of eyeshadow formula. So let's go ahead and use this. I haven't used it in a really long time. It's kind of a warmer, peachier palette, and I'm excited to use it. So I don't really use this highlighter, but I will go in with the blush first. So this is the cream blush we'll use. All right, so let's go in with the cream blush. Just a little bit on the brush. Some people were pointing out that the shades were kind of powdery in the HyperNatural palette, and they were missing this little clear cover that the Glam Face palette has. You do kind of have to dig in. I haven't used this palette all that much, but like that's quite a lot on the brush. But it kind of takes a lot to even get it to show up. Like I said, I don't really like that highlighter as a highlighter in this palette. It's called Star Glow. To me, it's just extremely flashy. And honestly, I don't even really wear highlighter these days. So I definitely don't wear the flashier kinds like this. But I will say it's a gorgeous inner corner shade, or just an all over lid shade to use this eyeshadow. But you do have a ginormous pan if you only intend to use it on the eyes. So let's go in with transition now. So I've recently gotten a few new followers. So if you're new here, leave a comment down below. I'm still not getting all that many comments, but I love engaging with the few that I do get. So leave a comment down below and let me know if you have this palette or how you found me. I'm going through a little bit of a different, I don't know, I feel like my relationship with makeup and skincare is a lot healthier. Whereas like a couple years ago, I was buying so much skincare and makeup and I was just more into it. And I'm still into makeup and skincare, but I'm learning to really use what I have, and I really like the collection that I have. So if you're looking for content that is new and the latest releases, you won't find that here. But if you're looking for inspiration and reason to pull out some of your older palettes that need more love, or you like to be reminded how great they are, because we have had a few great years of makeup, especially Natasha Denona. She's come out with fantastic products that I've purchased over the last few years, and I don't feel like anything is really missing from my collection. I've got all the neutrals I could ever use. I've got all the formulas I could ever use. More mattes than I care to count. And it seems like what is most popular in makeup these days, or what gets everybody talking and excited, is that more sparkly, wet look formula. And to me, honestly, that's not the formula I prefer from Natasha Denona. I prefer her older, shimmery, metallic formula, like what you found in Glam palette, what you find in the Star palette. And yeah, the sparkly shades, number one, they're not as wearable on a day-to-day basis. In my life right now, I don't have special events to wear those to. It's really just work for me. But not to mention, I don't think people talk about the longevity and the wearability of those shades like throughout the day. They look pretty on me when I first apply them, but for the life of me, I cannot get them to look pretty past hour 2. They quickly fade and they quickly gather in the crease, and it just, honestly, it doesn't look pretty in my opinion. I haven't heard anybody talk about that aspect of that formula. But for me, her new wet look formula isn't appealing. And it almost makes me not like that I Need a Nude palette. I've been using it a lot lately purely for the mattes that are in there. There's some great neutral undertone mattes in there that are lighter and in the mid-tone range. And so I've been using those to wear to work. There's a couple shimmers in there, but I feel like she's played with that shimmer formula compared to what it used to be in the Star palette. And it's just not as good, in my opinion. But I keep it anyway. But it is kind of disappointing that shimmer formula doesn't wear any better than it does. And it just kind of looks heavy on the lid, honestly. But I know we all have different opinions, and that's what makes makeup so great. Okay, so there's 2 of these sparkly shades. There's what she's calling inner corner and outer corner. I'm going to take a little bit of outer corner and try to apply that just a little bit. Actually, I think I'm going to use my finger. Like, you barely have to tap. Look how much came up. But these sparkles just kind of get everywhere. I feel like this formula is a little bit better than what it's evolved to in the I Need a Nude and what I suspect is in the HyperNaturals. But it's still, like, this is as far as I can go. And it's a Saturday, so I'm only going to be wearing this makeup for like a couple hours at most. I would never wear these shimmers for a full day of work, like an 8 hours, because I know I'd be looking a mess. Okay, now let's take some of inner corner here. Like, that was just a little bit, and you see how chunky it is? Like, it's pretty when you first apply it, no doubt. But give it 2 hours, and this is all going to have transferred into the crease. And I will be left with nothing actually on the lid. And I don't like that. I don't know. To me, it makes me look older and more haggard, for lack of a better word. But yeah, I feel like 2024, I mean, really, there has been no releases so far this year that have even been remotely tempting for me, which is great. Because it means I'm not wasting my money on makeup that I don't need, but I just feel like we've had a few good years, and it's hard to top what has already been created. So that's really pretty. It's really pretty. When you first apply it, it's really pretty. And maybe it's because I'm not using eyeshadow primers and glitter glues and all of that. And sure, I'll use those for special occasions, but I don't know. It's too much work, and it takes too much time to be doing that on an everyday basis. Let me know if you like these sparkly formulas from Natasha Denona. Let me know what you think of them. Like, do they last on you all day? And if they do, are you doing anything special to make them last all day? Okay, let me take a little bit of smoke and, or sorry, not smoke. It's transition and crease. I haven't used this one yet. I'm going to take a combination of these two on the lower lash line. Okay, I didn't bring an inner corner brush, but I'm just going to take a little bit of this Star Glow shade and use that on my inner corner. This formula is really smooth. It is a powder as compared to the blush, which was a cream. Okay, that's enough. So just a nice kind of glam natural look. Natural glam look. Okay, let me go apply some liner and mascara and I'll be back to show you the finished look. All right, I'm back. I just applied liner and mascara as well as lipstick, and let me know what you think of the finished look. So as you saw, it was super quick and easy to achieve this kind of glam natural look, and that's kind of the sweet spot of this Glam Face Palette from Natasha Denona. All right, and before I wrap up, just want to give another shout out to all my new subscribers so far, and leave a comment down below, introduce yourself, and thank you for subscribing. If you haven't already, be sure to like this video. It really helps the channel. And I will have the rest of my makeup listed in the description box down below. I will see you in my next video. Bye.